this game's creepy. It's called That Deception. It has a creepy girl, some monkeys, and some parrots, and some George Washington and emptying. And here's 8-bit Brian. Ooh!
What better way to end the month than with the end of mediocre Godzilla movies? Shin Godzilla is the most recent Godzilla movie to come out of Japan, and it was directed by the fucking man. Really, the great force behind the Hideaki Anno. And I really should have told you guys this sooner. I actually did watch Shin Godzilla about 3 months ago, and I really liked it. Now I can understand a lot of the criticism of the movie, mainly being that the movie doesn't have a focused main character. But if you had any functioning mental faculties, you would have realized that was the entire point. You see, Japanese culture tends to value the collective over the individual, and the blur of characters that we're introduced to in the movie reflect that value. The people in Shin Godzilla are not characters per se, they're more like cogs in a larger machine. And as it turns out, that machine is inefficient, broken, and a lot of people die. Essentially, the main character of the movie is Japan itself, and how the movie goes about showing that is actually quite brilliant. I guess it should be obvious by now that I enjoyed this movie way more than the 2014 American Godzilla. It's just so much more thematically rich. It actually has something important to say other than Godzilla's cool. But that's not to say that Godzilla wasn't cool in the movie. He definitely was. Which brings me to the actual toy review. You know, the thing you click the thumbnail for. Painting and the sculpting on this figure is actually pretty awesome. And I say actually in this context because the promotional images of this figure were a bit shit. I guess it's just the thing with American toy companies. They don't know what the hell they're doing when they're trying to market their toys. But actually having the figure in front of my fat face, I can see that the sculpting detail on this figure is so precise. It perfectly captures that sinewy and cancery look that Godzilla had in the film. Every bump, crack, and crevice is accounted for. The exposed muscles are disgusting. And I'm pretty sure I made the joke about Godzilla looking like a ball sack before, but it's never been more appropriate. Look at all that red. And on the topic of that red, it's throughout the whole figure. And it makes for a striking and terrifying contrast with the almost pitch black of the skin, which is very different than the normal charcoal gray or even greenish gray. It's as if this Godzilla is covered in open, bloody wounds, and it makes you feel a little bit bad for him, especially after you listen to my favorite song. This soundtrack legit made me cry. And for the most part, the painting on the figure is done really well. But then there are some parts of the figure where it looks like they stopped caring. The back's kind of a monochromatic mess. Sculpting is fantastic, of course, but the painting leaves a lot to be desired. SH Monster Arts, this is not. And on a side note, I do remember saying that the SH Monster Arts version of the figure was what I was looking forward to. However, after hours and hours of introspection, I figured that paying this much for a figure with no accessories was kind of a questionable investment. Don't take my word for it. After all, I am the guy who bought this and this. Anyway, let's get back to it. And you don't have to worry about getting hurt when you handle the figure. The majority of the figure is made out of this softer, more flexible plastic that makes the figure feel slightly unsettling. But hey, at least it's perfectly soft. And if we move down the length of his enormously disproportionate tail, find that at the very end is a whole lot of nothing. The tip of the tail needed a bit more detail to replicate what was in the film. And I'm not even talking about the final shot of the movie. If you know what that means, good for you. Now, to unfairly compare this to the SH Monster Arts figure, you can see that clearly there's a face on the tail. Disgusting. They either didn't know or didn't care enough to really get in there and sculpt that motherfucker. So all you get is a messily painted, haphazardly sculpted mass of flesh. And for those who actually enjoy my lazy sex humor, I would make a dick joke here, but I already made that ball sack joke, so I gotta have some kind of standard. And that's not the only problem I have with the tail. It looks like the tail is broken. And this irritating little detail is due to the fact that the ball socket here is sculpted at an ungodly angle. Why? I guess it's not that big of a problem if you don't let it get to you, but screw it, I'm letting it get to me. And to top off that shitty tail Sunday, the tail falls off. But that's only because the tail comes disassembled out of the box, and it easily plugs back in, so I can't complain too much. Despite all the flaws I find in the tail, the exaggerated length of the tail does not bother me in the least. I mean, in the context of the movie, it makes total sense. And a little bit of a spoiler here, the tail itself is its own organism. I really didn't expect to take much issue with the tail. Matter of fact, I completely expected to complain more about the head, you know, due to those shitty promotional images. But surprisingly, no complaints here. The head looks great. I especially appreciate how clean the eyes are painted. They're super tiny, but they're not messy at all. And there's even more detail to be found when you really open his mouth. That's disgusting. And I know I said I needed some standards when it comes to sex jokes, but come on, I'm not the only one that sees it, right? And that's all I'm going to say about that. I actually want to make money from this video. And the reason why this version could open his mouth so wide is to catch these nuts. Alright, that's the last one, I promise. This version of Godzilla has a kind of different atomic breath. I don't want to give it away, but let's just say that he has to open his mouth this wide to accommodated. And on the subject of atomic breath, you get absolutely fucking nothing. I guess it's a little more understandable when we're talking about mecha, but come on, at least an atomic breath part. No accessories is almost just as bad as no swivels. Ball joint at the head, and as you can see here, it's connected by a double ball joint. All the ball joints are like this, so keep that in mind when we're swirling the figure. Ball joint at the base of the neck allows him to look up that far and look down that far. Every ball joint can be a swivel, and despite the arms on the figure looking withered and useless, you still get a slight rotation at the shoulder, bend at the elbow, elbow swivel, wrist moves up and down, swivel here. Ball joint at the chest allows for an arcing back and a crunch. Of course, this ball joint can act as a swivel, but the spines do get in the way of that. Limited ball joint at the hips, which act as a basic rotation, can move back that far, not that great of a spread. Bend at the knee, swivel here. Ball joint at the ankle allows for some decent pivot and an even better swivel. And going to the tail, you get a ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, and a limited bendy wire for the tip. The poses you can get with the tail are decent, but definitely not as organic as anything SH Monster Art. And of course, there's also that fucking usability on this guy is not too bad, and it's actually really appropriate for this lumbering asshole. But the thing that really needed those ball joints the most doesn't deliver. But what definitely does deliver is the size of the figure. Here's Figma Model Academy, SH Monster Art Godzilla, Masterpiece Optimus Prime, and the NECA 1954 Godzilla. But just for the weeaboo intro, here's Evangelion Unit 1 and the Evangelion Godzilla crossover Shiryu, which is arguably a direct result of this movie. Much like the film that this character comes from, it's not perfect, but there's so much good stuff in here that I can safely say that overall, the figure's awesome. I highly recommend this figure for any fans of Shin Godzilla, or if you're just some freaky Godzilla completionist that doesn't watch the movies. Case in point, I also recommend you watch the movie. It's gotta be my favorite Godzilla film next to the original. Just keep in mind that the Japanese movie industry doesn't have as much budget as the American movie industry, so some special effects are gonna look wonky and the sound design is ass. Stock sound effects could only get you so far. And if you're getting this figure, keep in mind that the tail is far from perfect and you're not getting any accessories. But for the price you can get it at the Big Bad Toy Store, I'd say it's worth it. I've talked the Big Bad Toy Store 3 videos in a row already, so if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. Links in the description. So that concludes this month. I hope you guys had a good one. I look forward to all the cool stuff I'm gonna take a look at this upcoming month. I'm not drunk enough for that.